Yo, it's your boy Wrath, and I am hype because today is update number 6. And we have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about. Before we get too deep into this party, though, remember to go subscribe and check out Wrath Live on YouTube and Live Wrath on Twitch if that's your thing. I record all of these live streamed, and then I edit them down every other Friday for you to enjoy. Also, go check out the brand new interview with Michael J. O'Neill right here on the No Vacancy Media page. It's our first interview on the page, and we're going to have a lot more where that came from. You can get that here on YouTube or on Spotify. You can watch the video or listen on the go. In other news, Flock Party, the magazine, is back in print, currently in black and white, or if you were lucky, in pink and blue. I ran out of black ink last weekend, and so I had to change the color scheme up to print in color, but now I have black ink, so if you're lucky, you might get one of those. You can get that by going to flockparty.bandcamp.com or shooting us a message. If you want, you can get it for free. If you go through the Bandcamp and you got a couple bucks to send us, that's totally cool. It just covers the shipping for the most part, but so I don't go broke on ink and paper and all that. Just message me or send us an email. We'll send you one for free. I'm cool with it. I want to share my friends' music, and that's what this is about. Another reason to check out the Wrath Live YouTube and the Twitch and everything. I will be streaming some of the design work for the upcoming issues. The next issue is coming out on April 5th. That's a week from now. And so you'll get to see me work on that up to the date of the release because we do it all in-house. And since I can print the day of, well, that's what we do. So if you have submissions and you want to be a part of it, go ahead and send something to flockpartyzine@gmail.com. Put a link in the description for you. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our newest contributor, LEIGH PIERCE out of Wisconsin. So we're going to have a Flock Party North branch coming at you soon. And that'll be really cool. We'll have perspectives from other scenes and other bands. He interviewed a band that we played with on tour a couple years ago. And so it'll be really cool to see the perspective and how things are similar and different out there. He hosts the Tune Pact podcast. It's all about trying to do business in music when you're little guys like us, and how to move up and how to really market your band and get your presence out to more people, because that's really important. So look for his pieces in issue 4 of Flock Party. Speaking of Michael J. O'Neill, I want to give another huge thank you for this gem of a record that he gave me. He said he found that at a yard sale in Tarpon Springs. And if you don't know, LEIGH is a band from around Pinellas County that describes themselves as odd, funky punk ska. So it's got some 90s pop punk elements, some cool ska stuff, and they're just interesting. And so we're actually gonna listen to that record together today, and then you can go and check it out, because I'll post a couple snippets here and we'll talk about it a little bit, and then you go and do your own research, because they are worth it. And like we did last episode, I would like to include more dives into local music and do some new and some classic. And that record that we're listening to today was released in 1995, and yes, that is classic now. You're old, and that's fine. Get over it. The first thing you need to do is go check out Mr. Matt's Punk Rips. That is a channel on YouTube, and he is a local, and he rips a lot of 90s local punk bands from around here, and he rips the CDs and the vinyl and the cassette and gives a cool little write-up. And you can check out all that stuff at Mr. Matt's Punk Rips on YouTube. I have found him on Instagram as well, and I believe he has a Facebook, so you can check out what he's doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little listening session of this record via his YouTube video. You're only going to get to hear a little snippet of each song, but if you watch live with me, you get to listen to the whole thing, and we can talk about it in the chat, and you can suggest some other bands to go and look up. So here we go. First comment up here says the intro song to every Judd Apatow movie. And yeah, I can definitely hear it in something like Biodome or like Kevin Smith, a little long for my taste. I'm into them short and sweet tunes, but it was fun. I could imagine that live. So we'll go through and we'll listen to the B-side real quick. Whenever and What Is That?
through a dark domain, which I have no understanding and don't know where I've been. Reaching my hand out into this dark which is threaded. It's like walking through a maze. You don't know where you're headed, yeah. Well, that's right, you don't know where you're headed, yeah. Now.
Word. That was interesting. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I have never taken the dive into LEIGH, and now I have to do much deeper of a dive on this band because that was really interesting. Dude, bass chords, polyrhythms in that last song, like damn shit. If you can think of someone to compare them to, drop it in a comment. So LEIGH, everybody, LEIGH, that's really cool. So the other cool thing about this record is that the bass player Alex is now the bass player of the Lot Lizards, or has been for the last 4 years, and they just announced they're signing to Punkerton Records for their new upcoming full-length 12-inch album record thing. And I am so stoked because I've been talking to some people lately about where where punk is headed and what the new bands are going to be, since all the old guys are doing what they're doing. And I really think Punkerton is on my big 3 or big 4 of newer record labels that I think are really taking the helm and putting forth the new wave and generation of great punk rock bands. So on that list for me is Punkerton, Sell the Heart Records, Say 10 Records, and my number 4 is Coffin Curse Records. They are putting out some great stuff. We just did a NoFX compilation album with them that's called I Heard They Broke Up. They know what they're doing, and these guys are really, I think, taking it to the next level and really putting forward the bands that are doing the work and deserve the credit right now. So we have just finalized the decision of the idea of what we're doing next big thing. Do you remember the yearbook? It's not going to be another yearbook. But if you remember the punk rock yearbook, and if you don't, we'll talk about it later. But if you do remember it, you'll remember how dope that was and how exciting and how collaborative and commemorative and communicative that was. And so we're going to do it again. Not the yearbook, but we're going to do something else. So look for that soon. By the end of this year, 2025 is the year for the next big No Vacancy Media thing. We also just wrapped up shooting for our very first special full-length comedy special. It's called Spend the Night, Ed Rath and Maggie, and you will get to see the special guest when that comes out. The goal is to have it out next week, but that's going to be a big deal. So that hopefully is going to be out on April 4th. Then we have the new magazine dropping on April 5th, and it's just going to be a crazy time. In Wise Guys news, our live record turned 2 years old today. Did you know that? I didn't know that until I woke up and DistroKid told me. So that's crazy. Last year, we acquired the rest of the label's supply of records, and now we're down to 5. We've got 5 copies left, and we want to get those out because as soon as I get those out of my hands, we're going to drop a new song and a new video. You heard that first. So if you want to hear some new Wrath and the Wise Guys music, definitely tell your friends. Grab a record if you haven't already. $10, couple bucks for shipping, and send us a message or go to the Bandcamp. It's gonna be pretty cool when we can put out the next song. We don't have any shows booked until May. We're playing May 9th at the Barter Box in Lakeland with some homies. We're not sure who yet. So they're going to be homies if they're not already. More on that one soon. Maggie and I are hosting an acoustic barbecue at our house on Saturday, June 7th. That's going to be a fun time. We've got John Barnes, Arcane Arcade, Go Read Theory, Dave Javu, Sir Sympathy, and a couple more people ready to play. And so if you want to, you're more than welcome to play a couple songs, and we'll have food, we'll have a keg. It's going to be a good old time. So just come and party, hang out, let loose, and shake it up. Do something a little bit different, you know? It's going to get weird, and I'm excited. Just announced was the Sound of 97 show. It's a cool little cover gig party at the Crowbar. It's going to be August 15th. We're going to be playing a Blink-182 cover set put on by Danny from Abortion Twins, but his new band, Overweight Mammal, the Real Big Fish cover band, is going to be headlining and organizing that show. And so that's going to be a great time. All right, here we go. So the show's coming up over the next couple of weeks. Tonight, if you're watching the day that the episode is dropping, March 28th at Neptune's Lounge in Tarpon Springs, we've got Lot Lizards and Low Cards and No Room to Talk. It's only $5. So that's cool if you're hanging out up here near me. If you're trying to stay in St. Pete, tonight at the Nest at St. Pete Brewing Company is Work Stress, Dagger, and Razor and the Boogeymen. That's 21 and up and $10 put on by really cool shows. And I heard they put on some really cool shows. This Sunday, March 30th at Swan Brewing is the 800th Lakeland Punk Rock Flea Market, hosted by the Cutoffs, who are also playing, and playing with them is Dial Drive, Forsaken Prophets, Pet Lizard, You Vandal, Bully for You, Low Season, and the Y Iotas. And I think that's the biggest lineup they've had so far. I even think they're extending the hours a little bit, but it's going to go all day. DJ Dad is spinning records between sets, I believe. It's a free event. It's all day at Swan Brewing in Lakeland. Tons of cool vendors. They've got food trucks. The artist who did our flamingo design, Brian Costar, is usually there. I haven't confirmed or denied whether he is going to be there, but they should be there. So check them out and check everybody out so you can get things. Next week, Wednesday, April 2nd at the Orpheum, Cancer Slug is coming back through, and Abortion Twins and Lot Lizards, our best friends, are going to be opening for them. It's $15. It's a midweek show, but what do you got going on? For real. Then Friday, April 5th at the Crowbar, the Bright Light Social Hour is coming through, and our buddies Liquid Pennies and Florida are going to open for them. So if you're into some chill, but also high energy, dreamy, it's an experience. Just go. It's $20. That's next Friday at Crowbar. And there's not very many shows you're going to be able to catch at the Crowbar because their lease ends next year and they are not renewing it. And so if you want to go, you got to go. Sunday, the next day, April 6th at Deviant Libation, we've got Orbiter, Sandcrawler, No Plea, and Pipe Dreamer for $15. So if you want to go beat up somebody, or you want to go get beat up, or you just want to listen to some crazy caveman heavy music, go out. And then looking ahead just a little bit, one show, April 11th at St. Pete Brewing, probably the Nest, is going to be Razor and the Boogeyman, Spanish Needles, and Makeup Remover, all for $10. And if you're into the Shoegazi, and if you're into weird, and if you're into having fun, go to that one. Spanish Needles is awesome, and they're finally putting out their first record. And so I'm really excited for that and for them and just everything going on around here. So if you're playing a show between now and then, and I didn't say it, I'm sorry, but you didn't tell me, and you need to tell me, because the Facebook and Instagram and all these algorithms suck. And so let me know at flockpartyzine@gmail.com, or find me on the socials, or drop it in a comment here, and I'll be sure to feature it the next time we do a show update. Back to you, Wrath. And here it is. You got through all the news stuff, and so you get a chance to do this. Did you know that we also hit 250 subscribers and actually passed that over the last week since the last podcast? That's crazy to me, and we're going to celebrate by giving away this crazy package to one lucky person in the comments. All you have to do is comment on the video, and on the next podcast, we will announce the winner. That'll be April 11th, so comment right now, anything you want. I don't care. We'll put it in a random generator, and then on April 11th, we'll announce the winner, and we'll get in contact with you, and we will make sure that you get all of these things.
What's he gonna win, boss?
One Punk Rock Yearbook. This shirt. All 3 in the new 4th issue of Flock Party. Both of our records. And a 2024 Punks for Pause compilation CD with an exclusive Wrath and the Wise Guys track. All you got to do for a chance to win that is drop a comment in the YouTube video, and we are going to announce on April 11th on Flock Party episode 7. It's never too late to join the Key Party movement thing. Send me a message. Send me an email, flockpartyzine@gmail.com. I'll send you a key. I'll send you some mini zines, and you can start your journey to
Pure chaos.
If you're into the streaming and the Pokemon and shiny hunting, go follow my buddy Vinyl Pink SPTV on Twitch. He goes live and he shiny hunts on Pokemon Diamond, and it's awesome. He got his first shiny starter Pokemon, and now the adventure is going to be even less smooth sailing. So I'm really excited to see what he's got going on there. If you want to be featured and you want to contribute, send all your music, send your shows, and send your materials to blockpartyzine@gmail.com. As I've mentioned before, We'll put the link in the description. Follow No Vacancy Media FL and Wrath for Real on Instagram. And join the flock where the party never stops at our website, which I'm going to try to update more frequently than the podcast comes out. Don't forget to try the Rockstar Sim demo and check out the devlog for that on my other YouTube channel. And while you're here, let me know what else you want to see. And I'll see you in 2 weeks.